Hello everyone. These are patterns we're going to make today using Adobe Illustrator, and I'm going to indicate the time for each pattern in my description so you can jump right into it. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe and set the notification for my channel for my latest video. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so number one. So first create a 2000 pixel by 2000 pixel dimension, new document in Illustrator. So that is this. Okay, and then please choose rectangle tool and set the fill color to none, and then just a black stroke for now, and draw about 400 pixel by 400 pixel square. Oh, stroke weight is way too heavy now. Okay. Okay, then let me just zoom in. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw a line from here to here, and then stroke weight, let's see, 10 or 20. Yep, 20 pixel. And the color is up to you. Any color is fine. Let me choose orange color. Okay, then select this line, hold down the option, click, shift, and drag it, and it will snap at the corner. Okay, and then let me make another copy of this. Option, click, shift, and drag it to the top right corner. Snaps. Okay. Let me change my view to an outline view. Oh, so this is not accurate here. So I'm going to move a little bit more right, just like that. So make sure the line touches the corner precisely. Okay. So that's the how we can create a seamless pattern. So let me go back to my preview mode. So this is what we have. Okay, now in your toolbox, please choose a blend tool, double click, and there are a few options. Please choose that specify the steps, and four steps. Okay, select, place your mouse cursor on that point. You see that kind of little symbol, click, and move your cursor to the next line. Now you see the plus sign and click. So we have four more lines in between. And then another click, just like this. Okay. Then select your square, the one we drew first, and object menu, arrange it and bring to front. So it's on top. Now select everything and go to object menu, clipping mask and make it. So this is the basic module. Now select your module and go to object menu, clipping mask and make it. I'm sorry. Now go to object menu, pattern and make it. Okay. Then there are several options, but this is a kind of most basic one. So please choose this pattern tile tool and then place your mouse cursor on this handle on this corner. Hold down the option, click and shift and drag it. So you can control the space. How far, how close. We're going to place it right next to it so we can have seamless pattern. Once it is done, on top see the done button, check mark, and click on it. So now this pattern is in your swatches now. So let me delete this. I'm gonna draw square, then fill your fill color with that pattern. That is this. Okay, so number 1 is done. Okay, now pattern number 2. The file size is the same, 2000 pixel by 2000 pixel, and no fill, just a black stroke. So first thing is we're going to draw hexagon. So just click, and then radius value, maybe let's say 300 pixel, and then 6 size because we're making hexagon. Okay, just like this. And then hold down the shift key and place your mouse cursor a little closer to the corner. You see that bend mouse cursor, meaning you can rotate it. So by holding down the shift key, you can rotate just like this. Okay. Then now, go to View menu, Outline View. Now choose your line tool and draw the line from this point to here, and from that point to the center, and from the bottom to the center. Okay, now back to preview mode. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay, now select everything. Then choose your shape builder tool. Then click here. You see the plus sign. Then it will make this fill as a isolated fill. 1, 2, 3. Looks the same. Deselect. Now you can see that all 3 pieces are separated. Okay, now I just need to change the other color. So first fill, let me choose light green, lime green, like this, and no stroke. If you want to make it even brighter, in your color panel, make it brighter, make it brighter. You can do that. And then the second one, let me choose the eyedropper tool so I can sample this color. And I'm gonna make it a little bit darker. Maybe a little bit. And the third one, eyedropper, sample this color, and I'm gonna make it even darker. Very dark. Okay, so my basic module is done. Okay, let me make it a little bit smaller. I think this is kind of a little bit big. Make it smaller, like this. Then go to Object menu, Pattern, and make it. Okay, so there are several options there how we can arrange it. So the grid structure this way. This is interesting too. I was using the last one, I guess. Hex by row, like this. Okay, and then by choosing this pattern tile tool, you can control the spacings between each pattern. How far, how close. I'm happy with that. And done. Okay, then let me draw a square. And fill it in with this new pattern. Okay, so number 2 is done. Now number 3, choose your polygon tool and click. We're making one hexagon, so I'm gonna set this value 300 pixel radius and then a 6 size, so we can have this. And then hold down the shift key, rotate it so you can have a peak on top like this, and select your hexagon. Hold down the option, click, shift, and drag it down, and it will snap there. And please duplicate it. Command D, so we can have the same one like this. Now select the entire thing, the three hexagons all together. Hold down the Option, click, Shift, and this time drag it to the right and stop there. And Command D so we can have another copy. Okay, now, so there are the 6 hexagons now. So what we're gonna do is select everything now and go to Pathfinder and choose the divide. If you do not see this Pathfinder, it is under Windows menu and Pathfinder. So choose the divide, the first one on the bottom. Looks like nothing's happening. Go to Object menu, ungroup it. Now you can see that we have individual pieces. So it's fine. Then now select everything again, choose your shape builder tool and place your shape builder tool here on this one. Keep pressing your mouse button, drag it to the next piece, next, and the next. So we have one tiny hexagon here. Now here, click, keep pressing, release your mouse button, drag it to the next piece, next, and the next. So we have 2 hexagons. And we're gonna need to have another hexagon here, but we can't make it. So please change your tool to delete anchor point tool, minus pen tool. So click here so we can get rid of the one anchor point and another one here. Okay, now select everything again. Choose your shape builder. There are 6 triangles. Select one, keep pressing your button, drag it, drag it, drag it, drag it, and drag it, and release. So we have another hexagon. So we only need to keep these 3 hexagons in the middle. So we just need to delete all of them. We don't need them. Okay. Okay, so we have 3 of these. Okay. Then now, choose your line tool, link it from here to the center, from here to the center, from here to the center. Okay. Select everything. Choose your shape builder. Link this top 2. Link this 2 on left hand side. And last 2 pieces into one. So we have kind of the corner of a Lego block things. Okay. Now just to change the color. So first the top, the color I was using kind of blue tone. So I'm gonna choose light blue. In color bar, I'm gonna make it even brighter, very bright, and no stroke color. Now second piece, I'm gonna sample this color using my eyedropper. Click and make it a little bit darker. Darker. Yes. Oops. Just like this. And this third piece, let me sample this color. I'm gonna make it even darker. Very. Okay, make it even darker. Okay, so I think that my basic module is done. Let me make it a little bit smaller, like that. And then go to Object menu, Pattern, and make it. You can still play with the other different tile type. I'm gonna choose this one, even with here, by using this pattern tile tool. You can have different shapes, or let me choose that one. Then the hex by column, pattern tile tool, place your mouse cursor here, hold down the Option, click, Okay. Option, click, shift, and you can control the space. Let me zoom in a little bit. Option, click, shift, closer. So you can leave the white space as a part of a pattern, or we can make it really close. Then done. Let me delete that. I'm gonna draw a new square and fill it in with this new pattern. Okay, so number 3 is done. Okay, pattern number 4. Pattern number 4 is a bit complicated. It's similar to number 3, but if you follow me step by step, we can make it. So set your fill color to nothing and stroke color black, and please choose your polygon tool. Then we're gonna make the hexagon. So click on your document and set the rear radius value as a 300 pixel and 6 size. Okay, so this is the one. And hold down the shift key, rotate it so I can have a peak on top, and then change the stroke weight up to 80 point. It's really bold and heavy. Okay, now go to object menu, expand it so we can have a fill and the stroke. Then we're gonna divide it. So zoom in and please use your pen tool. Then link it from that anchor point to here. Escape. From here to there. Escape. From here to there. Escape. Okay. So we have a one like a hexagon ring with a 3 stroke, but they are not divided yet. So select everything and then open Pathfinder. It is under Windows menu and Pathfinder, and choose the divide, the first one on the bottom row. So it looks like nothing's happening yet. Go to object menu and ungroup it. Then now we have 3 different pieces. Okay. Now we're gonna change the color. So select the first one. Apply this black and white gradient fill. Okay. We're gonna change some settings. So I'll open your gradient panel. It is under Windows menu and gradient. So we have the gradient options. Then select the first one, double click. I'm gonna change it from white to very bright gray. And the second point is currently black. Double click. And it's gonna be a little bit darker gray. We like that. Okay, now select your second piece. Use your eyedropper tool and sample that color. So we have this. And select your bottom one. Sample the same gradient. But this time we're going to change the type from linear to radial. Like this. Then let me move the center point slide bar to the right a little bit. And then I think that gray is still too dark. So let me change it to a little bit brighter one. So I think that, oops, that looks better. Okay, now select everything and group it. Object and group it. Command G. Now we're going to open the layers panel, lock this layer. Add a new layer on top. This time we're going to draw kind of a shadow on this each corner so we can have three-dimensional looking. So choose your pen tool, set your fill color to black and no stroke, and draw kind of a tiny triangle like that. One on top, one on this bottom left corner, another one on this bottom right corner. Like that. Select everything, group it, then go to Effect menu, blur, Gaussian blur, apply about, let's say, 45 pixels. Okay, so we have that. Now, open your layers panel, unlock your bottom layer. Bottom layer, we have this hexagon ring, 3 pieces, all grouped. Copy and paste in front. So paste in front will paste your copied object on the same spot, right on top of it. So now we're selecting that new one. You see that this red dot or your layers color, so meaning that that one is currently selected. I'm going to move it to the top layer. You see that? And let me lock this bottom layer again. So top layer, we have 2 pieces. One hexagon and then the shadows. So select your hexagon and then use the shape builder tool. I'm going to link it together as a one shape. Okay. And then also make sure, let me change the color of this so I can see, but see what happens? It's not empty. So what we need is use your shape builder tool, place your mouse cursor in the middle, hold down the option and click so we can delete that. Okay, now select your ring and your shadow by holding down the shift key. Then go to object menu, clipping mask and make it. So we have kind of a shadow. Okay, now back to layers. Let me zoom out. Unlock your bottom layer and now select everything. Okay, so I'm selecting the other hexagon and the shadow and everything. Hold down the option, click, shift, and drag up so we can have a copy of this and stop right there. It will snap. Okay. Now hold down the option, click, and drag it and place it there. One more time. Option, click, shift to the right. So we have this shape. Now what I'm going to do is I'm selecting the top one, which is grouped. Go to object menu, ungroup it first, and then delete top. Select the bottom right one, object, ungroup it first, and delete that. This bottom left one, select it, ungroup it, and delete the outer piece. So we only have this now. Okay. Now select this 3 pieces, group it as one group. Okay. And then we're going to move it to the bottom. So behind this hexagon. Okay, but before we do that, let's try this. Select your polygon tool. Okay. Then draw one hexagon, any color so we can see, maybe red. And then rotate it. Make it slightly smaller than this. I'm going to place it on top. Maybe this is too small. Maybe about that size. Okay. So now select that new hexagon. Hold down the shift key and click on. Remember, we grouped that 3 pieces together. And object menu, clipping mask, and make it. See? Then I'm going to move this piece to the bottom. Go to Object menu, arrange it, and send to back. See? Now select that piece again. Then go to Effect menu, Stylize, Outer Glow. Let me say 100%. Okay, that looks better. And then blur 40 pixels and OK. So we're getting in there. Now one more thing. We're gonna need to have some kind of a shadow. So select this piece, you're the hexagon ring again. Copy. And let me do this. Let me just paste it. And I'm gonna put this aside. Okay, then let me use the this shape builder tool. I'm gonna link it together again. And let me fill in black. See that? So I use your shape builder tool, hold down the option and delete that by clicking in the middle. So it's gone. Let me place it on top. Make it a little bit smaller, like that. And apply filter under effect menu, blur, Gaussian blur. We can change it a little later, but 45 pixels is okay for now. And say okay. Then open your layers. Okay. In this layer, we have this piece and we have this one too. I'm going to move this one to the top again. Object, arrange it, bring to front. It looks like nothing's happening, but now let me move this back. See? Okay. So I think we are getting in there. We're almost done. So I'm done with it. This is my basic module. Let me zoom out. And it looks quite big. So let me select everything. Let me make it a little bit smaller, like that. Select everything again. Go to Object menu, Pattern, and make it. Okay. I'm going to choose hex by row. And let me click this pattern tile tool and then hold down the option, click the corner and the shift. I'm going to control the space and want to make them mid. Oops. Like that. Once you're happy with that, and just done. So it is in my swatch now. And let me draw one square and fill it in with this new pattern. So kind of a three-dimensional looking pattern. Okay, so number 4 is done. Now pattern number 5. Now set your fill color to nothing and black stroke, and then please choose your ellipse tool and then just click in the middle somewhere and set your width and height 150 pixel by 150. So we have a kind of tiny circle in the middle. Then change your stroke weight up to 50 point. It's kind of a ring. Okay. Then select it, edit, copy, and paste in front. So there are 2 now. See? We just copy and paste it right on top of it. Then go to transform panel. If you do not see this, it is under Windows menu also. Transform. Then just to, make sure the constraint chain is linked like this way, and change the width and height to 350 by 350, just like this. Okay, I'm going to copy and paste in front again. Command C and Command F. This third one is gonna be 550 by 550. Command C and Command F, paste in front, 750 by 750. And one more. Command C and Command F. And that one's gonna be 950 by 950. Okay, now select everything. Go to Object menu and expand it. Okay, let me zoom in. And then let me choose my rectangle tool. Place my mouse cursor in the middle, the center. Hold down the Shift key and drag then draw the square, perfect square. Now select everything. Then go to Pathfinder, divide it, and ungroup it. Now we can delete several pieces. So delete the pieces in the middle, like that, and between the black line. And again, this divided the Pathfinder option will create your white space as a shape as well. So delete that too. Okay. Now select only this kind of quarter of each circle and group it. Command G. Now hold down the Shift key and rotate it like this, 90-degree angle. Let me zoom in a little bit. Now move this down and link it. It will snap. Okay. Let me copy and paste in front again. So I have another copy. Hold down the Shift key and rotate it 180. No, 270. And now link it to there. Okay. Then zoom out. Then delete all 3/4. We don't need them. Let me zoom in. And then open Pathfinder again, divide, ungroup it. This time I'm going to delete the little pieces in the middle. And again, this Pathfinder will create the empty space as white as well. So see that? Once you hover your mouse cursor, you see the shape. So select that and delete it. Delete this one, that big piece, this piece, and that. Okay, I think it is done now. Select everything. Open Pathfinder. I'm going to unite it as a one shape. Okay. So we can use this as a basic module. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, like that. I'm going to do a little more. Let me hold down the Option key, click, and Shift, and drag it to the next. And I want to rotate it so I can have this. Let me Option, click, and link it to here. And I want to do one more. Option, click, Shift, drag to the next. So I can leave it like this, or let me do this way. Okay, so now this is a basic module. Make it a little bit smaller. Now select everything, go to Object menu, Pattern, and make it. See? And now by changing your tile type, try it and see the difference. See? And you may pick the other one you like. Once you're happy, click Done. Let me delete my module and draw a square. Fill it in with that new fifth pattern. Okay, so number 5 is done. Now pattern number 6. the same document size, 2000 pixel by 2000 pixel, and then set your fill color to nothing and just a black stroke. Choose polygon tool. We're gonna draw the perfect triangle. So just click and set your radius value. Yeah, 300 is okay, and 3 sides. You know what? 300 is kind of too big. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, like a half size. 150. Okay, looks better. Let me zoom in. Okay. Uh, we're going to make multiple copies of this. And then it's supposed to be very, very accurate and very precisely arrange it. So let me change my view to outline. Now choose your reflect tool. Make sure your triangle is selected. Place your mouse cursor on the baseline, this bottom, precisely. Hold down the option, you see the dots, and click, and we are using horizontal axis, and let me copy, just like that. And now select my top one. I'm going to make a copy of that right next to on the second row, and one more. Okay, now select everything. Hold down the option again, copy. See, it is not precise, so I'm going to move it down a little bit so they meet perfectly. Oops, keep doing this. Okay, looks good. Now I need 2 more copies. Option and drag it. So it looks good. Let me go back to my preview. All right, now select everything. Use your shape builder. Link this 1, 2, 3. Keep pressing mouse button on your first top one and drag it and drag it. So 3 pieces are connected. And this bottom left corner, keep pressing your mouse button, link it to the next and the next. And last 3. Keep pressing, drag and drag it. So you have 3 pieces now. Okay. And each piece is the separated. So first, let me select my top one. Then I'm going to choose my fill color to that kind of a pink. It's too bright. I'm going to make it very, very light pink. And then no stroke for now. Now let me select the second one. Let me sample this pink. I'm going to have very pink, like that. And then this one, let me sample this pink. I'm going to make it kind of a more purple. Oops, it's not good. Maybe like that. So this is kind of my basic module, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more. So first, let me make it smaller. Okay, and there's no stroke, so I'm going to set my stroke color to white. Let me zoom in. And then stroke weight, let me add maybe something like that. 8 point, 9 point, or 10. I think 10 is good. So this is my module. Then what I did was I can make a pattern with this, or let me use my rotate tool. I'm gonna place my rotate tool on this corner, this anchor point. Now hold down the option, you see that dots, and click. Let me rotate it 60 degree and copy. Then I want to duplicate it. Command D, 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 and D. Okay, so we have this. So if you want to place the pink in the middle, like I did, then you may place your rotate tool there. Or if you want to have this dark purple in the middle, place that in that point. Option, click, 60-degree again, and copy, and Command D, 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 D. See? So this is now my basic module. Okay, let me select everything. I want to make it slightly smaller than this. Okay, then now go to Object menu, Pattern, make it. Okay, so now you can play with it by column. Okay, hex by column, and then let me zoom in a little bit. Then let me choose my pattern tile tool. Option, click the anchor point, shift. I'm gonna close, select, control the space in between. So I think that looks good. Then done. Then now, let me draw a square. And fill it in with this new pattern. Oops. Like this. Okay. All right, so number 6 is done. Now pattern number 7. Pattern number 7 and 8. It's a kind of an interlaced pattern. Choose your rectangle tool, no fill color, and then just a black stroke. And then click somewhere. Ooh, this is way too big. We're gonna have about 150 by 150 pixel. Then let me change the stroke weight like 20. I think 20 is, let me try 30. Yep, 30 is good. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, now select this and then hold down the option, click and shift, make a copy 45-degree angle. It will snap. Just to make sure, let me open, change my view mode to outline view. Yep, that is perfect. I'm gonna have another copy of that to that side. Okay, and then select top two, option, click, shift, and drag it down to the bottom. Now let me go back to a preview mode. So I have this. Okay, now select everything, object, expand it. Okay, so it looks good. Now go to object menu, then choose path and offset path. Click on it. I'm gonna change the value to let me say 15. Yeah, 15 looks good. And then joins miter, and then the limit number 4, just leave it as it is and say OK. Now select everything. You see that? So what we did with the offset option is we just made another copy, and then it is kind of much wider than your original one. Now choose your shape builder. We're going to watch it carefully. Get rid of this 2 vertical ones. Hold down the option, click. Option, click. Next one, we are deleting 2 horizontal little piece. Option, click. Option, click. Then this one, vertical ones. Option, click. Option click, and last one to horizontal, little piece, like this. So it looks kind of a little weird. What we're doing is kind of we're making kind of a seamless pattern. One is go over and the next one goes under. Then now place your mouse cursor kind of outer border. Select it. Oops. Sorry. Ungroup it first. Make sure. Select that and delete it. Now choose the next one. Select that. Hit the delete. Here. Delete. There. Delete. And the last one. Delete. See? So it's a kind of a interlaced, kind of a like a weaving pattern. But it's not done yet. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let me select everything. Okay. And rotate 45-degree like this. Now choose your direct selection tool, this white arrow, and select this top two anchor point. So hold down the shift key. You can select both and delete it. Or you can do this way. Select both anchor points, delete that, and this bottom two, delete it, and delete it. So we have this. Now let me select everything again. I'm going to unite it using Pathfinder. And black is okay, but at least this time let me try this blue. Okay, so this is my basic module. Let me make it a little bit smaller, like that. Okay, now go to Object menu, Pattern, and make it. See, SDM, there's a regular grid structure. We have this, and done. Now let me draw a square. Okay. Then apply this new pattern. Okay. So number 7 is done. Okay, pattern number 8, the circular interlaced pattern. So set the fill color to nothing and just a black stroke, and then please use your ellipse tool and click in your document. We're drawing 400 pixel by 400 pixel circle, and then stroke weight is gonna be 30 point. So it's kind of a heavy. Okay, so just like this. Then we have to rotate it very, very precisely. So let me zoom in like this, and let me open the ruler, Command R. Now place your mouse cursor on the other side ruler, keep pressing and drag it, and place your ruler right on center. Let me do it again. Yep, you see that? Yep, ignore that one, just this. Okay, now rotate your circle 45-degree angle like this. Then choose your rotate tool. Let me zoom out a little bit. Place your mouse cursor right under your circle, your ring. Leave a space just a little bit, like that. Okay, and hold down the Option. You see the dots. Click. We are rotating 90-degree angle, and copy. And repeat two more times. Command D and Command D. Twice. So we have 4 rings. I'm going to hide my my guidelines. Okay, just like this. Okay, all right, and select everything. Now rotate 45-degree like this. Now choose your direct selection tool, the white arrow, and then select that point and that point, these 2 points on that circle, and delete. So we have only kind of a quarter circle. I'll repeat the same steps for all other rings. You're gone. Go away. And that one, and here. Okay, so that is what we're looking for. Okay, zoom in a little bit, a little more. Okay, then now select everything. Go to Object menu, expand it. Then now, like we did for the other square ones, go to Object menu, Path, Offset Path. I think that's too much. 10. I think 10 is good. Say OK. Now select everything. Choose your Shape Builder tool. Now, on this top one, we're going to get rid of that 2 piece, this one and that one. So hold down the Option, click, Option, click. And the next piece, we're going to leave this 2. Instead of that, we're going to get rid of that one. Click. I'm holding down the Option key and get rid of it. This one is opposite too. Hold down the Option, click, click. And the last one, get rid of it and delete that. Now, select everything, ungroup it, place your mouse cursor on the border, select that, and delete. Select this, delete. Select that, delete, and the last one. See? So we're done with this basic module. Now select everything, Pathfinder, I'm going to unite it. Then let me change the color to purple. Okay. Now select your basic module, go to Object menu, Pattern, and make it. See? And I'm done. Then delete that. Let me draw a square. Then fill with this new pattern. Okay. So that's it. So we have made 8 different patterns. So let me choose my square, and then from number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and then if you want to change your control the pattern size, what you can do is, I'm not selecting anything yet. Just here, choose your scale tool, double click, and in your options panel, uncheck that, check only this one, transform patterns. Okay, now see what happens. Select it. Let me open it. See, if I make it 200, it's getting bigger. If I make it 100, that's the actual size. Or I can make it even smaller, like a 50%. See? So this is how you can control your pattern size. All right. So thanks for watching, and then I hope this helps, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.